Hey everyone, welcome back. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about a few of the reasons why I would always recommend packing a VPN when traveling. And then I will also talk about some of the best travel VPN options to go for. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so starting with reason number 1, public Wi-Fi. You see, when traveling, you don't always have the freedom or control over the networks you're going to be using because these are either going to be public Wi-Fi networks or networks that belong to a third party, like hotel or university internet. That's pretty risky because when connected to these networks, not only will your activity be monitored by the admin or anyone else snooping on your connection, but this can also be the first step towards getting hit with a cyber attack. For example, let's say you're going around and visiting tourist coffee shops and then connecting to a public network. Well, this could be a fake public network set up by a hacker to monitor your activity, steal your login credentials on banking apps, or redirect you to malware-infested sites. And even if it's not a fake network, any hacker or network administrator on the same network could potentially snoop on your activity, hijack your credentials, and even redirect your connection towards their device so that they can have complete control of what you do online as well as your personal information. But the solution to this is pretty simple, and that's to use a VPN. You see, by connecting to a VPN server, all of your private information would become encrypted so that neither the network administrator or anyone else would be able to see what you're doing online because the data would appear to them as a bunch of jumbled words and numbers. This way you can protect your private data and activity while using foreign networks. Oh, and by the way, some networks like those in universities and workplaces limit some domains from being accessed by the faculty. However, since your data is being encrypted by the VPN service and the network firewalls won't be able to detect what you're doing online, you can easily access those sites without any issues. Now, another reason why I would recommend packing a VPN while traveling is going to be specifically for those of you who have banking applications or use online wallets and would want to use them abroad. And that's because these services are usually heavily protective of their clients. So if they detect you trying to access your account from a different country with a different IP, they're going to think that someone stole your credentials and there's a fraud attempt, so they immediately put a ban on your account. And that's very vexing to go through because talking to them and explaining the situation is going to take a long time to lift the ban because of their procedures, and that's not very fun to deal with. With a VPN, however, you can connect to a VPN server back home, and your IP address and your location would change to that of your home country. This way you can skip the headache and use your e-money without any issues. Alright, as for the third reason why I would recommend having a VPN while traveling, this one's going to be less from a security perspective and more of a quality of life angle, and that's accessing your favorite streaming services and websites back home. As you may already know, Netflix and other streaming services offer different catalogs of shows depending on your region. So if there's something that you're used to watching back home, there's a chance it won't be available in the country you're traveling to. And that especially goes if you're a US citizen, because there are a lot of streaming services and TV channels that are exclusive to only the US and nowhere else. That said, all you need to do to regain access to your favorite streaming services and shows is connect to a VPN server in whatever country that show is available in. Then simply refresh the website. That's about it, really. Okay, so these are the main reasons why I recommend using a VPN while traveling, and the best options you could go for are going to be ExpressVPN, NordVPN, and Surfshark. And the reason why I recommend these three is because all of them have strict no-logs policies, and they operate on RAM-only servers, which means that none of your data would be logged or shared with third-party advertisers. And to prove they do uphold these policies, and it's not just for show, all three of these VPNs have gone through several audits from independent auditing firms like PwC, Cure53, and Deloitte. So instead of hoping that your VPN isn't doing any shady stuff behind the scenes, you know that your data is in safe hands and won't be jeopardized. And then, unlike most VPNs out there that are not capable of accessing streaming services due to the firewalls that stop VPN connections, these three can consistently get around these firewalls thanks to their obfuscation technology. This type of server technology would make your encrypted connection look like everyday internet traffic, which would let you slide past the firewall with no issue at all. I've tested all three of them and found them to be the most consistent at it, especially ExpressVPN when it comes to accessing Netflix libraries. That said, despite having a lot in common, each of these VPNs has some unique features that they bring to the table. So let me briefly go over them to help you pick the VPN that works best for you. And of course, if you'd like to check them out for yourself, you'll find links to pricing and discounts, as well as full in-depth reviews in the description down below. Okay, so Express over here is going to be the overall best and my personal favorite. I think the majority of people who are getting into VPNs, or even if they are at an intermediate level, will find this to be the best for them. And that's because Express is extremely easy to use, has a slick and intuitive design, and has all the core features you'd want in your VPN, such as the kill switch. Not only that, but it's also the best performing option I've tried, as it launches almost instantly and connects to servers in like less than a second. So it really feels like it's part of your computer and not some third-party app. And then security-wise, all three of these VPNs have strict no-logs policies and have been tested and proven by third-party auditing firms. but Express went even beyond, as it was involved in a real-life incident where the Turkish government seized one of their servers as part of an ongoing investigation, only to find nothing on that server. And this real-life incident alone made Express the most secure VPN out there. So if you're a privacy-conscious individual and you want the best overall, most secure, and easiest to use VPN, you can't go wrong with Express. Then as far as NordVPN goes, this is going to be the fastest VPN on the market right now, and the best option on this list if you're looking for a lot of bonus features and granular control over your settings. It has all the core VPN features on top of threat protection, which acts as a mini antivirus. Dark Web Monitor, which keeps an eye out on the dark web for your personal information, and MeshNet for secure file transfer over the encrypted network of Nord. Besides that, Nord also has a bunch of specialty servers that can be very useful in a lot of different activities, such as Onion over VPN servers for secure access to the dark web, double VPN servers where you connect to 2 VPN servers instead of 1 for double the protection, and obfuscated servers for those who live in countries with heavy network censorship and surveillance. And so if you're looking for the fastest VPN that offers a lot of value in terms of features and control of your settings, I recommend you go for Nord. Now, as far as Surfshark goes, this is going to be the best budget option among the 3 that gets the job done at the best possible cost without sacrificing any security or core VPN features. Now, it may not be as fast as Nord and Express, but it's still fast in its own right, and even better than most other options out there. But what makes Surfshark really special is the fact that you can secure an unlimited number of devices with a single subscription, unlike Express with the 8-device limit and Nord with the 10-device limit. So you can share it around with as many friends and family members as you want, while still securing all of your devices at the same time. And so if you're looking for the best budget option out there that still offers a premium quality experience, then Surfshark is a great option here. And so these are the best VPNs to use when traveling. They're fast, secure, they can access streaming services easily, and they also have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can test drive them for 30 days and claim a refund if you are not satisfied with them for any reason whatsoever. And that's it for today's video. As I said earlier, this is just a brief overview of each VPN. If you'd like to check them out in detail, I'll be leaving in-depth reviews on each of them in the description down below, alongside some special discounts if you're interested in getting any of them and want to save some money off your subscription. Besides that, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer all of them. Thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.